Hey, I'm here with another video. It's 1:45 p.m. It is Sunday afternoon. It is October 27th. Okay, so I just did my Monday Merriment video, which will be uploaded tomorrow about 7 p.m. Sorry, 7 a.m. But I do feature the item that I purchased online from Temu. I got a mouse pad set. It's a three-piece mouse pad set or whatever for my desk at work. Now, I am showing this picture right here in this particular slide, and what appealed to me about this particular design is that it had a black background with a lot of the bright colored flowers, which reminds me of like being out in the middle of the night, looking at the flowers at that time. Now, when I made the decision to purchase the mouse pad and the little accessories, that was pretty much it. I figured I would just go ahead and get something like that for my work. I know that when you move into like an office space or something, a lot of people bring in like the pictures of their families and stuff like that, or personalize it, in a small way. Okay, you don't want to like be greedy and start taking up spaces on the wall or anything like that. But people usually do kind of fix their little office space to their liking. So, but I didn't really think about buying anything other than the mouse pad. So yesterday, I decided to do a bunch of laundry. And so because I had so much laundry to do, just for my one washer, because we only have one washer here, I figured I would save time. And if I could go to the laundromat and use, multiple washers and dryers. So, I don't like paying the bank fee and by, withdrawing money from an ATM to get coins for doing the laundry. If I go to an ATM that's not my credit union, then I get charged $1.50. So I kept thinking, okay, well, I really don't want to pay a bank fee. So let me go into the Dollar General and make a small purchase of something that I probably am going to need anyway, which I did purchase a pack of sponges for my kitchen. But as I was walking down the aisle, this particular picture caught my attention, and it's almost like it popped out to me. And it says, "Make today magical." And I noticed that it had the same background and the bright colors that match my, what do you call it, my little mouse pad set. So I decided to purchase it. Now, it was only like $2. So this picture that I took of both of these items together, the mouse pad and the picture that popped out at me at the Dollar General, I'm kind of putting them I put them side by side so that you can see, the similarities of the designs. The picture is kind of blurred, so just forgive that part. But just look at the color and the background, and you can kind of see that they kind of go together. And I was totally happy just thinking, okay, I got this little picture that I think I'm going to buy, and I ended up buying it. But as I was continuing my my shopping experience at the Dollar General, I went down the arts and crafts aisle. Now, I go to the arts and craft aisle at the Dollar General as well as the Dollar Tree every time I go there, right? Because I love making like little craft items. So I noticed that they had wood slabs. Now, I've seen wood slabs at the Dollar Tree, but the Dollar General was selling them. They were selling them for $2. And they have them in different shapes. They have them in heart shapes, square shapes. I think I'm going to upload the picture that I took at the store and for the next slide. Anyway, I kept thinking, okay, if I just put that one little make today magical picture up in the office, it's going to look skimpy because that's the only picture. So I'll say, okay, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give myself 2 pictures to hang up, and I will make the other one out of this little wood slab. Now, here are the options. The one on the left hand, the oval shape, that's the one that I'm working with right now. And it looks like underneath that, on the very bottom of the same side, that's the same one. And then we have star shapes. I don't know exactly what that particular plaque on the far right-hand side, the shape you call it, but they have the heart, they have a square, and they have one that kind of looks like a ribbon and one that you can actually connect on your door, I thought these were really cute. Now, if you want to try this project and you plan on painting it, I suggest that you remove the little string cord. Usually when these little cords are made of, like, I believe hemp material, and they have small knots in the back. just go ahead and unwind the knots if you can and remove those. Untying the knots behind this particular plaque didn't take much effort. It was actually pretty easy. I believe that these slab pieces are just ready to go. Like, you know, some pieces of wood, you have to like sand them down and everything. This right here, I just went directly with the paint. So if you want to choose paint color that you like. I chose black because I'm matching it against my little mouse pad set that I got. Well, this picture, to me, it looks a little blurry, but you get the idea. I had painted the entire thing black. I didn't paint the bottom of it, but if you want to paint the bottom of it, you can do so. Just make sure the top of it's dry before you flip it over. You know, the little mouse pad flowers are very cute, and they look really simple. You would think that I would be able to draw something like that by hand, but I am not a great artist. So I rely a lot on stencils, which I have quite a collection of stencils. I never get tired of them. So I'm using stencils for this particular project. Now, when I measured the wood plaque is about 8 inches long, and the stencil is about 5 inches long. Okay, so I kind of lined it up to where I wanted the little designs to be. And I'm like, okay, that's going to be, I'm going to have some spaces there. So I decided to connect another stencil and make it almost like it's just one big stencil. And here is my second stencil. So how I did this was I started painting. I removed the second stencil and started, you know, painting the design on the first stencil. And once the paint was dry on the first stencil, okay, then I remembered how I lined it up, and I placed the second stencil on the wood slab so I could continue using, you know, the little design patterns. So here's the finished project, okay? And I used the stencil, like I said, to do the flowers and the leaves. I'm okay with it. I think it could look a little bit better, but I decided to use some gems. You know those little gems that you get at the dollar store? You find them in the arts and craft aisle. I wanted a little bit of shine in here, just a little bit, with a little, you know, to catch the light, you know, against the black background. So going back to the original stencil, there is a little butterfly that I could have used and traced that, but I decided to leave the butterfly off and use a gem instead. Now, I'm going to say that I think rhinestones are cute. I call them rhinestones, okay, or gems or whatever. And a lot of people have mixed feelings about them. I think a lot of times people use them in ways that kind of make them look tacky, and I think that's how a lot of people feel about rhinestones and stuff. But it depends on what you're using it for. I didn't want to go overboard with rhinestones, so I just added a little bit. Like I circled the ones that I used. These are like little flowers. The ones on the side are, of course, flowers, and there are actually 2 pieces to each one. There's like these little, I'm going to call them sequins. That's what's making the flower, and then the little dot in the middle for the middle of the flower is actually like a little gem or rhinestone. And then, of course, I have a little butterfly at the top to replace the butterfly on the stencil. I have quite a collection of little gems that I've collected throughout the years, from Michael's, Joann's, as well as the Dollar Tree, the 99-cent store, and the Dollar General. This little container right here, I would say is probably about 20-something years old, and I've had them for a very long time. Because they're so inexpensive, there's something that, you know, attracts my attention, and I always buy them and store them away for future use. I also decided to replace the little string that was attached to the picture and use a black piece of yarn instead. Now, I've seen these wood slabs in bigger sizes, and if it comes with like a wood, what do you call it? It always comes with like a little hemp cord with it. If it's a big heavy piece, I would probably use a hemp cord because it's stronger and it can hold a lot of weight. But this is very, very small, and you know, it's not very heavy. So I thought I was going to go ahead and just use the yarn instead because, you know, it matches the background. Okay. So anyway, and also what I did was I used a shading brush for the very bottom to make it look like grass, you know, because I thought there was just too many gaps, you know, in the stencil in itself. So anyway, this was a fun little project, and if you want to try it, you know, you can go out and get these little wood slabs at the Dollar General. You can also get them at the Dollar Tree, and it's a quick little project, and it's very inexpensive. You can also, if you paint yourself, if you know how to paint yourself without using stencil, you know, you can do that. You can also write things like positive affirmations on these using stencil or by your written hand or painting them or whatever. You can also use like metaphysical stem symbols, you know, that are positive, bring positive energy. Just use your imagination. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you would like to leave a comment, I would really appreciate it, because I'd like to know what people feel or how your opinion on using rhinestones in art. You know what I mean? And let me know what you think about that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.